How does one go from this to this, or from this to this? Real people, real transformations. Amazing life-changing results are achieved every day at O Skin Med Spa. Let Miss O show you the way. Your very own before and after experience awaits. Call now for a free consultation. Visit oskinmedspa.com for more details.
What's up, guys? This is Ray from Los Angeles, and I want to invite you to my special live performance on Mick Diaz Presents May 28th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be bringing you those pop R&B vibes. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much. Peace and love.
Hi everybody, it's Garth Kersey. I'm inviting you on June 11, Mick Diaz Presents Live at the Noipits downtown LA. For details, please check Mick Diaz Presents on Facebook.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. So it's another Thursday night, and tonight we have another episode of Who is Socal. And before anything, hashtag live if you're watching live, and hashtag replay if you're watching replay. And since we're gonna be talking about our favorite topic once again, and oh my gosh, so this is our third episode on hashtag food. So everybody, hashtag food if you love food and talking about food and everything about food. But before anything, I just wanted to thank our sponsors, Miss Olivia Keto Co. of O Skin Care and Med Spa. There you go. And we have Formula M Creatives, and of course, we have our community partner, Fat Show. That's the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce Hollywood. Thank you so much to the president, Jason Akawili, for partnering with us. And we're also live on their Facebook page, Filipino American Chamber of Commerce Hollywood. And also, we have several of our guests tonight are actually sponsoring a raffle prize. And so the first one, so everybody stick around because before the end of the show, we're going to have a raffle. And our first raffle prize is a $25 gift card from Oh My Goodies. That's Loida Panganiban is generous to donate a $25 Amazon gift card. And of course, one of our guests, Mrs. Connolly herself, is giving away 2 ube bibingkas. And there's also 5% off for anyone who orders right now. So now until the end of the show, if you order right now from Ayesha Connolly, that's Mrs. Connolly's traditional galapong bibingka, you get $5 off just for tonight. Yeah, so go ahead and order from her right now. And of course, we have the 2 raffle prizes from the Hi-Fi Hedgehog, 3 facial masks, and 1 wet wipes set. And we also have 1 raffle prize from Lumpia Ladies of Los Angeles. That's 6 pieces of fresh lumpia ubod. So are you guys excited? Because I am. Oh my gosh, we're going to be talking about food, and I'm just like so... There you go. Like, I'm so blurry. Oh my goodness. So are you guys ready? Because I'm ready to bring in our guests. So our first guest is no other than Mrs. Connolly herself. So Ayesha Connolly of Mrs. Connolly's Traditional Bibingka. She's the owner, and she was inspired by her family in the Philippines, who has always been selling delicious bibingka every Christmas season since 2000. So let's all welcome Ayesha. Hashtag Ayesha, everybody. Hi, Ayesha.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I'm still, oh my gosh, I'm still so blurry. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, and so thank you so much. And tell us a little bit about yourself, aside from, of course, what I've already mentioned.
Well, yeah, I'm new here in Socal. We just got here. I'm born and raised in the Philippines, so I'm still new, and I'm just trying to meet a lot of people. And through our business, I get to meet my customers. Some customers are turning into friends. So yeah, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing right now.
And your business has certainly been a bridge to other people because you're all over SoCal, right?
I know, and I really wasn't expecting it to be like this. I was planning to end it, but after Christmas. I wasn't expecting to sell after Christmas. I was like, I started applying for other jobs. I thought it was just a Christmas gig, but yeah, the orders didn't stop, so I had to I had to apply for a business license. I was like, I want to do it right.
Yes, that is so true. Yes, that is so true. And doing it right is the best thing that can happen, right?
Yeah.
And that's also another way we can scale our small businesses, right? And are you ready to meet the rest of our guests?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I
I'm
am.
excited. I'm very excited.
Yes, and so then our next guest is the owner of Lumpia Ladies of Los Angeles. They also have a catering business called Corazon's Custom Catering, and Johanna loves food, and that means cooking and eating. And growing up, she has always had fond memories of herself in the kitchen with her grandma, her mama, and her papa. And they were a family of home cooks. So the busiest place at home was always the kitchen and their dining room, and their love for food kind of transported her to the US, and she's been cooking a whole lot of food. I mean, just if you've heard of Lumpia Ladies of Los Angeles, my gosh, like yeah, they cook really good food. And so that's the food that she's been cooking. I mean, you can check out her Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, we're gonna hear it from her herself. Let's all welcome the lady of the lumpia. No, no other than Johanna. Hi, Johanna. How are you
Hi,
doing?
I'm good. Good evening, everyone. And I'm so glad to be part of your show. Thank you, Meek.
Thank you so much also for being here, and we're going to learn more about you and how you came up with the Lumpia Ladies of Los Angeles, because it's such a catchy name, right? You'll
Yeah,
remember it right away, right?
yeah. Actually, it's my husband who gave that name. When we were doing the lumpia, um, my niece is the other lady. Her name is Colleen. So when we were rolling the lumpia, my husband, because we don't know what name, we're just selling lumpia among friends, relatives. We started with that, and then he said, um, "Why don't you name yourselves lumpia ladies?" So I said that's nice. So I started using that. And then the funny thing, when we started Lumpia, ladies, that was after the Memorial Weekend holiday last year. And I was in the laundry room. I was in the actually laundromat. I was in the laundromat. And then I was like, um, I'm thinking of what to do because it's pandemic. My hours were cut in my regular job, and then it's just like I thought to do the lumpia because this is the recipe of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So it all came up just like that, and then I was in the laundromat and I just started texting friends and family members that I'll be making lumpia on the following weekend if you want to order. And then orders came in, and then all of a sudden I called my sister. Oh my gosh, I got in just an hour. I have an order of like 1,000 pieces of lumpia among just friends and relatives.
Oh
So
my
my sister was
goodness.
like, "What?" So immediately I I put together the ingredients, and that's how it started. And
That
we're
is
turning
so
it one.
awesome. That is so awesome. And so that's Lumpia Ladies in a nutshell, right? It's like the Lumpia
Yes.
Ladies from the laundromat of Los Angeles.
Yes.
And so our next guest is Jenny Padayao of Binalot, Los Angeles, and she makes Filipino dishes that makes her feel closer to home and family, and that's why she's doing what she's doing. So let's all welcome Jenny. Let's all hashtag Jenny. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi. Hey, Mick. Thank you for having me.
Hi. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I see you have a lot of fans in the
Yeah.
comments.
My family is back home. My dad and my two sisters are back home. That's why the best way to describe what I do is when I moved here about 10 years ago, food is something that really brings our family together. And I think that's for everybody. So a lot of the dishes that I make, those are the same. I try to replicate the dishes that I would eat back home. And everybody knows that, even my sisters. When we went back home in the Philippines 2 years ago, the only request I had, nothing fancy. I just wanted ginataang, what was that? Sigarilyas and pritong tilapia. That's all I wanted. So that's why I started Binalo at Los Angeles. I actually started back in 2014 when I was pregnant with my son. I was on disability. I needed an extra source of income. And the name back then was actually Ate Jenny's, because I love hosting, and people would always message me and they would go, Ate Jenny, gawa ka naman ng ganito. Ate Jenny, gusto ko ng maha. So I did Ate Jenny's, and then during the pandemic, I'm like, I really wanted to do this, in the long term, but I needed a name that would really say, yes, it's Filipino. That's why I started Binalo at Los Angeles, because, we wanted to make it packed and we wanted it to be as authentic as it can be. So that's it in a nutshell. Hello, Philippines!
That is so awesome. And hello to the Philippines. And so for those who are watching from the Philippines, we are actually on Kumu also. So we have Facebook, YouTube, Kumu. We're on Instagram and Twitch. And so for those who are in the Philippines, and if you
too.
have,
I have friends in Canada.
And hello to Canada. We are international, getting bigger. Yes. And our next guest is Raisa and Denjo Soriano. And just like Jenny, they do have a lot of relatives in the Philippines. Raisa and Denjo are young entrepreneurs, and talk about young. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to tell you how young they are. But they have been tirelessly bringing the buka pie, one of the most underrated traditional Filipino desserts here in the U.S. So let's all welcome Rai and Denjo. So let's all hashtag R&D, because their business is R&D Special Buka Pie. Hi!
Hi!
What's up, you guys? Hello!
Thank you for having us po.
Yes! Hi to
How are
all
you
the
guys
viewers.
Doing good.
We're doing great. Thank you.
That is so awesome. And thank you so much for being on our show. And can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
So my name is Raisa po, and aside from cooking and eating, I like being out. We like being outdoors, so we like traveling, hiking, and camping. So,
And of course, we love food, we love eating, and we love cooking as well. Yes. And sorry.
And can you tell us a little bit about, let's see, I'm trying to come up with a question, but I do know what to ask. So aside from the dishes that you cook, what is your favorite food? Since we all love food and we all love talking about food, what's your favorite food? Let's start with Johanna.
Oh my God, that's hard because no, but I think I love soup. Soup. Any kind of soup. Because it's comforting.
And ano yung pinaka-paborito niyong soup?
Soup? Naku. Kagaya ngayon, I just cook tinola. So, I guess my favorite is tinola.
Feeling ko gugutumin tayo lahat dito.
Hashtag food.
Yeah, hashtag food, everyone.
First question, what's your favorite food? Lagot tayo.
Yeah.
First question pa lang yan.
And so, Mrs. Connolly, what's your favorite food?
Ay, kare-kare.
Oh.
I love kare-kare. And I can't cook it. Kasi ako lang ang kakain. I cook it and ako lang kakain. My husband doesn't like it. So every time I go to a Filipino restaurant and I see kare-kare on the menu, I always buy it. Like, there's no excuse. Once the kare-kare is there, then I'm getting the kare-kare.
So what is it about Yes, yes, we all love kare-kare. And what is it about kare-kare that you like?
I don't know. It just stays so comforting. I know it's so heavy, like eating with rice and everything, but for me, it's one of my comfort food. My dad makes the best kare kare, and I want to copy that, but I can't cook it. He cooks it with tripe, with all of the innards, and I just can't cook it at home with my husband around. So I miss that.
Yeah, I like the tripe.
Yeah.
I like the tripe. So, sino pang may gusto ng tripe? Or sinong nagluluto ng kare-kare?
Yeah, it's not for
I like the
everyone,
tripe.
right? But I
Yeah.
love it.
Little
Yeah,
bit,
so
maybe sometimes.
that is so awesome. So Jenny, what's your favorite food?
It's hard.
There's
I
so many.
know.
I guess
Hard.
depends on what day of the week. I love Korean food. You know that, Mick. I
Yes,
love
and
Korean food. Yep. That's I guess because I cook a lot of Filipino food. So during the
something
week,
different.
I really crave for Korean food. We usually do either hot pot or Korean barbecue here at home.
That is so cool. Yeah, I'm like craving for Korean food.
I
So yeah,
know.
yeah. And Rai or Danjo, ano yung mga pinaka-paborito niyong pagkain?
For us both po, I think Japanese cuisine po ang
Yes.
kinakain namin. But for me, pansit.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
Dendro knows that. Like I hindi po ako aware. Like when people ask me what's your favorite food, I'm not gonna say pansit, but I always find myself eating pansit
yes. All the
like
time.
all the time.
Anytime, any day. It's pansit all
It's
the way.
pansit.
Yes.
Parang fiesta every day.
Yeah.
Yes. Anytime, kahit anong occasion, hindi
kahit
siya
kahit po siya
pumapayat.
yung noodles lang, kahit anong okay na ako doon.
And maybe for me is seafood or arroz caldo. It's one of my
Oh, that
go-tos.
sounds good.
Yes,
Yeah.
Arroz
seafood
sounds
is
good.
always good. Yeah, comforting as well. Feels like
Yeah,
home, and.
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like we're all missing comfort food for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
And aside from, because all we're gonna talk about food and cooking all night, right? And so aside from cooking, what are your hobbies? Yung mga hindi namin alam, kasi alam namin na lahat kayo nagluluto, right? And Joanna.
Okay. I love yoga. I'm practicing yoga
Oh,
since
nice.
2012.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
yeah, and I practice the hot Bikram yoga,
Oh, Bikram. Yeah.
Wow. Yoga
So
and
with
mahilig talaga kayo sa mainit. Kasi di ba pag nagluluto kayo, mainit.
kasi mainit yung
Yeah.
and just recently I did my first 3 mile hike with my cousin. So I think I'm loving
Wow.
hiking.
Yes.
So
Yes.
oh hike.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And so that's a good balance, right? From cooking and
Yes.
eating, you're doing yoga and hiking. That is so
Yeah.
awesome. And how about Mrs. Connolly?
I
What are
have
your hobbies
yeah,
aside from cooking, of course?
lately taking care of plants. Yeah, lately I've become a plantita.
Oh,
Yeah, I take care of plants, and also I have my cat. I have my emotional support cat, and I love playing with my cat. Sometimes I take my cat for a walk. So yeah, it's very boring. I just cook. I take care of plants and my cats.
That is so cool. And we always like a lot of us love taking care of plants, and it's that nurturing.
Yeah,
It offers you like that ability to nurture something,
yeah,
right?
it's self care for me.
mhm.
That is my self care because we all need that, especially for the vendors. I really suggest self care is important,
Yep.
and for me, that's one way of taking care of myself. I just take care of plants.
That's so awesome. And Jenny,
I am a
I
plantita.
know a little bit. I know a little bit about your hobby.
Yes. I actually have my before I went full on catering, I actually have my plant business going on, which is Hardin Los Angeles. So that's Hardin underscore Los Angeles on Instagram. I love plants, and like you said, it's I have a 6-year-old son, so I needed something to balance that. So I needed something that doesn't really move too much and just stays quiet. So I love plants. I don't know, for those who were here last Saturday and got a peek of our living room, we have an indoor jungle at home.
Yeah.
And it's because we have everybody in our household have bad allergies. And since I started adding more and more plants in the house, I think it's because of the humidity and the fresh air. That really helped us. So yeah, I love plants, and we love to travel. I love traveling with my family, including my mom. My sisters are watching, and we actually, our last vacation together was 2 years ago when we went back home in the Philippines, and we went to Japan. We went all over. So I miss that.
And don't we all miss traveling? And I know Brian and Denjo love traveling as well. And so aside from, tell us a little bit about your travels and what your like other hobbies are.
I mean, aside from traveling and eating, for me, I mean, I dabble in photography and videography, like here and there, just to like, as well to balance.
And for memories.
Yeah, and for
too.
memories. So it works
Yes.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
And I like posting, so.
Yeah.
Just
She's
kidding.
the model.
It works out,
There you
right?
go.
That
He's the
works out.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also lately, po, we've been playing badminton, so
Yeah,
because we can't
that
really
one.
go far, so
Yeah.
that works.
It's like something old that we just picked up again.
Yeah.
That's a good workout at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yoga then badminton, or badminton.
Yes. There you go. Yeah.
Depende.
That's so awesome. So we got plants, we got, taking care of animals, traveling, yoga, hiking, right? So that's a good balance that kind of balances out the stress from cooking. And so how did you start with all of this? So I know Johanna was saying that everything started from her family, right? You guys, your family loves cooking and eating, and you have fond memories of when you with your family when you were a kid, like, and everything centered around eating, right?
Yeah.
And was there
And
any cathartic moment or anything that led you to want to start, aside from like your family members ordering lumpia?
Well, actually, aside from being we're a family of home cooks, I'm a nutritionist dietitian by profession. So so the love of food is actually in there, and I got it from my mom because she's also a nutritionist. And so when we moved here, actually in the Philippines, we have a business, a restaurant. My brother started it, and so it's a family business. So it's in Pasig. It's a franchise barbecue um, restaurant, and we had it for 13 years, and then all of us migrated. My brother moved to New Zealand at first, and then transferred in Australia, and then me and my sister are here. So at hindsight, we're doing our day jobs. Actually, I did not land in any food job here in America. I used to work in a civil engineering firm. So it's really a different world. That's why when I come home, that's where I cook during uh, every day I cook, and then if there's party in the house, of course I'm the one in charge. So that's how that's how the connection for food meant, uh, keep us together. I mean, uh, so and then back in 2013, because my niece graduated culinary arts, so she wanted to have a catering, and so since the passion is in there, so we help, all of us, the
Mhm.
family help her, and then that's where Corazon's custom catering started, and she named it after our mom, her grandma. So it's like a three generations catering business. And then, but that is a fusion of Filipino French fusion, because her exposure is more on French cuisine. She's a sous chef in one of the restaurants in Pacific Palisades, and she was trained by a very uh, known uh, French chef here in LA. And then but then we want to penetrate the Filipino community, but so that's why we did some fusion, but you know, it's not traditional Filipino, so it's kind of hard, um but we keep it going. So Corazon's catering is is still there, so whenever they need us, so we cater for them. And then last year during the pandemic, I thought of this lumpia ladies. Actually, it's just like, as I've said, I was in the laundromat. I just wanted to do something. I just want to keep moving because my hours were cut. So that's what I thought of the lumpia, because but at first actually I'm hesitant because it's time consuming. I, it's so, it looks easy, but it's a lot of work. So it's the mixing, the rolling. But then you put your love on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, it just keeps you going. And then my niece helped me. Uh, so that's how it all started,
I see some
and we're happy.
I see
And
some
it's like
similarities
evolving.
between, yes. And I see some similarities between doing the laundry, like, folding and putting things in the,
Yeah.
in the wash and
Packing.
folding, and it's like mixing the ingredients of lumpia and folding and rolling, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny. And
Yeah.
and so for Mrs. Connolly, Ayesha or Rai or Denjo or Jenny, what are your inspirations, or who inspired you to go into what you're doing now?
Who's first?
So
Is it
Ayesha,
fair?
you can
I was
start.
waiting
You
for
can
Jenny to
start.
talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my family in the Philippines, of course, they started that business, and I never thought na magluluto rin ako ng bibingka, especially here in South California. I've never imagined my life to be like this. But aside from financial reason, last year I was so homesick. So I was like looking for ways to make myself feel at home. And so I go to Jollibee because before we got here in San Diego, we lived in Maryland, but not Baltimore, just part of Maryland. And there's no Jollibee, and I can't eat Filipino food. There are no Asian groceries, and so I was so excited here when I got to San Diego last September, last year, and then um, I bought bibingka from I'm not gonna say where. So, but I bought bibingka, and I was like, I love bibingka, but I didn't enjoy this. Not that it's not good, okay? Everything's good, but it's different. Especially that my family in the Philippines have been selling bibingka ever since, and I'm already used to that kind of taste. For me, that's bibingka. Like it's either that, or we go to Manila Hotel, or Aristocrat, or Ferinos, I think. And so,
Yeah, friend.
and yeah, so I just asked my grandmother, can I have the recipe? And she's like super excited. I was so nervous. I didn't want to sell it at first, and that's why I named it Mrs. Connolly's, because I thought that it would be such a failure. I don't want to use their name. And now I'm regretting that I didn't use their name, because they deserve that all the credit. Um, for those watching in the Philippines, you can buy yes, you can buy my bibingka. It's called Ogi
Yes.
Slami. So in the Philippines, it's called Ogi Slami. They're located in Tondo, Manila. Proud that I'm from Tondo, Manila. I love that place, and you can buy it every Christmas season. So right now, wala pa po. But if you want to order, it's Augie Slammy, or you can message me. I'll send you their address. So anyway, that's how I started, and then after Christmas, I was so prepared to move on to the next chapter. You know, I was like, okay, I sold Bibingka, and then I thought that that's it. And then eventually, um, orders kept on coming in, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Who am I to say no? so, so I continued.
That's so awesome. And I'm sure Jenny and Rai have similar stories, right? I mean,
Yes.
you guys
Yes.
didn't think it would be
Yeah.
as successful as they are now. And so, Jenny, do you want anything to add anything to what the two ladies have said?
Yeah, just a little backstory from last year. Because I see that Hospital ng Muntinlupa is actually watching us right now. Hello, mga
Wow.
nurses.
Hi.
Nurses ng
Good
Muntinlupa.
evening.
Hello.
She reminded me because last year, like what Ayesha
Hello.
mentioned, I actually got furloughed from my job, but I needed something to do aside from plants. But at the same time, I was watching the news, and the news back home is so devastating. I come from from not really a poor neighborhood, but I come from Muntinlupa, so it's not, the people there are not very well off. So I needed something to help them, because I'm seeing, my sister's been telling me, this is what the nurses are experiencing. They're having such a hard time right now. I remember one of her friends who is a nurse, she'd have to, they have a bathroom outside the house, and she has to convert that to her bedroom because she couldn't stay inside their house because she's a nurse and she's afraid that she's going to get people sick. So that breaks my heart. And I'm such a crybaby. I'm going to cry right now, I bet you. But that just took me back on, and my sisters knew this. Some of my closest friends knew this. And that's why I started, I actually stopped my catering business because it's so tiring. All of the vendors know that. We don't earn as much money in what we do for all the hours we spend preparing, grocery shopping, those sleepless, tired nights and your legs, you can barely walk. But anyway, so I went back because I'm like, I want to do something where obviously I'm furloughed, I'm on unemployment, but I want to help out the people back home. So I started selling again, and a lot of part of the proceeds there, I send money back home in the Philippines so they can feed the frontliners. So that's how everything started. And not that I'm promoting myself, that, don't think of me as, that person, but no, I just wanted to help on my own little way. I'm not rich, but, I can do something. I know I can do something, and I'll do that. So that's how I got back into catering. And I'm just fortunate enough that all my friends, my family back home, my friends here, my family are super supportive, that even though I know that they just ordered Maha Blanca last week, they'll order again this week just so they can support. So that's it. And yeah, that's what got me back here, and the support that, the vendors know, even that one comment, it's going to make your entire day. You know, that
Yes.
just simple
True.
comment,
Yes.
"Ang sarap naman." It's
Agree.
like, "Oh, okay, okay."
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our reward, I
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So
Yeah.
but it's true though when vendors say that our customers are truly what pushes us to do better. That's very true. And when you have family and friends that truly back you up and support you, that's all you need.
Amen to that.
Yes.
We second. I pretty much summarized everything already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And so going back to what Jenny was saying, so there are a lot of there are a lot of sleepless nights and you're tired all the time, right? And there's like all these challenges and like things that you have to balance, right? Was there ever a time when you wanted to give up? And how did you bounce back from that?
Every week.
Yes.
Every weekend.
Yes.
Every weekend.
Yes.
I'm glad to know that it's not just me.
Yes.
This is our own
What I have
hashtag
to
support
do this
group.
weekend, I'm like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah. Every weekend is different. Like you're never 100% sure if you will sell
Yes.
out, but you will cook anyway. You're not
Mhm.
sure if they will buy, but you will do it anyway. And I'm blessed to have a husband that's super supportive and who
Yes.
keeps me sane because I can't. Because
Mhm.
sometimes, especially what we do, like we deliver, right? So we deliver to almost all the areas in South
Yeah.
California, and then
Yeah.
so it's like one delivery after another, and sometimes life happens and I will just cry in between deliveries, but I have to okay, and then knock on their doors and deliver their items, and I was like, that takes a lot from me, but I'll do it because I love my customers and they don't deserve to see a depressed Mrs. Connolly bringing them the bibingka. So yeah, it sometimes it's very hard, but the people, customers, family, friends, very supportive, and that's all you need. And you have to always just pray and pray that everything will work out and just believe in yourself. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raisa and Denjo, I know you guys have expanded your operations, right? And you guys bought an oven, a commercial oven.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
what other challenges have you had?
Um.
Honestly, I think every part of the process is a challenge at the beginning, but now we're kind of
Used to it.
we're getting
Yeah.
used to it, and we're getting a hold of every part, so it makes it kind of easier. I think it's part of, the more you do something, the better you get at it.
Yes.
And I believe like all vendors just go through the same thing as well.
Yep.
But we figure out our own tricks and tips along the way, and I guess experience teaches you.
Mhm.
But it's all for our customers, right? To bring them what they're craving for, or what they've been missing for a long time, and to try to mimic what we've been missing as well from home. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I
And
think the
so
whole thing, yeah.
And so for Denjo and Raisa, like what is it about the buko pie that makes it different, or why did you choose the buko pie?
Well, galing lang po kasi siya sa cravings eh. So, and it what's so funny about it because it started po as a joke. Because one time we have a group chat, and then with our friends, and then one of our friends, her mom is selling empanada, and then that day I made buko pie, and then she's asking us who wants to order, and then I said like sinong gustong mag-order ng buko pie, and then the rest is history, and then all our family and friends around here, they all ordered, so yun po.
That is so cool. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your background, because I wanted to because Raisa and Danjo have a really good story, right? So yung buko pie, right? You guys were saying, because I know a little bit about the story, but I want you to tell all of our audience about the story of the buko pie, since the buko pie that you make is from Laguna, right? The style that you make is from Laguna, right?
Actually po, it's from Nueva Vizcaya.
Nueva Vizcaya.
Yes, but traditionally po, our buko pie is thick in Laguna. And then, ako po, personally po, I don't really crave buko pie when I was still in the Philippines. Because it's thick po, and I don't really like that. And then, one time, we went to Nueva Vizcaya, and there's this one buko pie place. And they serve a thin slice buko pie. And then, one time, I craved for buko pie po, and then, that's what I'm trying, yun po yung tinry kong igayahin. So, that's the...
So good.
And that's where it came out.
Yeah.
Rap.
Okay, and but you guys try to make it a little bit different, right?
Yeah, we put cheese po into our buko pie.
Yeah. It is very uncommon, pero
Yeah, very uncommon, but
a lot of people like it, and
I love it.
actually tastes good.
Yes.
Yes, and I do have one in the refrigerator. Yes, I do have one. I've been eating mine. And so what's your most favorite part or least favorite part about what you do? I know like customers' comments and feedback really, give you guys motivation, right? And as you guys were saying earlier, it makes the day, right? Or it makes the weekend all worth it. But aside from that, what's your favorite part about making food or cooking, or selling?
I think right now my favorite part are the caravans. Before I only started caravans very recently in February. I just was accidentally invited by Potenchanas, which I miss so much. Hello, Zelly. I'm not sure if you're watching, but we miss you. So I'm so fortunate to meet these amazing people. I've never met so much food lovers my entire life, which are so good at what they do. And if you are watching this replay live, wherever you are at from California, please watch out for all of these vendors. Ate Johanna, I will meet you very soon. But
Yes.
I've never
May
met
30.
people who are passionate, so passionate in what they do. And I can't believe that there are people like us, like me, who work tirelessly and barely sleep at night just to prepare their food fresh the next day.
Yes.
So I guess that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
And the prep time. I don't know if you're. I have my brother-in-law here who works retail for a high-end fashion brand, and he plates our the Binala packages every weekend. So that's like from super fabulous brother-in-law who wraps high-end bags and shoes to wrapping our Kamayan to go. So that and that's our quality time together too. It's like we scream at each other in the kitchen, and then we laugh about it while we're eating that night and chowing down our food haul for that day. That's my favorite part.
So, what are your memorable experiences from doing what you're doing? From whether it's from joining caravans or pop-ups or cooking or making food for your friends and family. What are your favorite memories? Your most memorable experiences thus far in since you started your business? Joanna? I'm sure marami si Joanna.
I think meeting the customers, because it gets me excited when somebody order from social media because you don't know them. So
Yeah.
it's like when they pick it up or when we schedule a meet up. So that's kind of memorable and exciting. And for me, I treasure that because you get to meet new people, new friends, and then eventually you get to have a relationship. And then among vendors too, uh, like other vendors, uh, you get to know them. You you exchange tips, stories. So that's uh that's for me a good one, a good memory.
Okay, and how about Ayesha?
For me, I think my memorable memory would be when some of my customers, I wouldn't say who, but they know who they are. But some of them have already made it. Like I know, like they're rich, they have big houses, and they would tell me, "Pagpatuloy mo lang yan, tama yung ginagawa mo, yayaman ka." And for me, I was like, "Oh my gosh, pwera usog po." For me, that means a lot.
Yes.
And yeah, we need that. We need people telling us that we're doing the right thing, because sometimes we're not sure.
Mhm.
It's like, am I still doing this for passion, or am I doing this
Exactly.
for the
Is it worth
money?
it?
Because I don't want to do it for the money. It's not that.
Yeah.
I just want to make people happy. And
Yeah.
if by the end of the day I
Yeah.
get that one feedback that, hey, we like your bibingka, and that's it, I win the day. No matter how much traffic we get into.
Yeah.
And Rai or Denjo?
I think for us, a memorable moment is of course meeting the customers as well, but spending time together, like making the food and baking the pies. Because I guess that's what we realized when the pandemic happened is most of the time nasa work tayo, nasa office tayo, and we just barely get to spend time with our loved ones. And we
Yeah.
just spend most of our years just always working, putting in the overtime, and barely getting rewarded for it. But now, with a blessing in disguise for us, is we get to spend time and make money at the same time and make people happy as well
Yeah.
by
Mhm.
doing that. So
Exactly. Yep.
yeah.
And Jenny? So aside from your experience with the hospital.
I guess currently the most memorable is the last pop up that we had, which we had
Uh-huh.
done for charity. Honestly, I know
Yes.
a lot of people had doubted because, and it's not a bad thing. It's just because I just wanted to give it a shot because I needed a spot where I could fit in as much vendors as I could. So I'm like, you know what? I have a yard. Let's do it here. So it's in a quiet place of San Fernando
Mhm.
Valley. It's a residential area, and before I know it, 3 o'clock came, and there's like a line of people outside. So until now, I get goosebumps because it really warms my heart that they really want to help. It really did. And
Yes.
it's no BS. I'm not.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people will say, oh, she's just doing that for whatever. But whatever you say, it makes me happy. So, and I'm glad that again, there's a lot of people who share the same sentiment as I do and goal as I do. And like what Ayesha said, it's honestly we do it. I mean, part of it is the money, but we do it because it's what we love doing, and adding having to being able to help people while we do what we love to do. It's, I don't know, I can't ask for more. Like I just wish I could do this over and over and over so we can really spread it out and help as much as we can in our own little ways. So it's something that I will never forget, I think, because it's the first one too. So, and I hope that a lot we can extend more help to we don't even have to look far. That's what
Yeah.
really opened my eyes, is that just somebody who's
Mhm.
20 miles away from me has nothing to eat for tonight. And that's like, I have a lot of food in my fridge,
I know.
So,
Yes, that's like me almost every weekend. I come home with a lot of food. And so in a lot of the panels that we've done in the last few months, it's always this topic has always come up. And I know for the vendors, it's a lot of us Filipino Americans are supporting because it's food, right? And we all love eating, and we all love food and anything about food. But what do you think will make Filipino Americans come out and support fellow Filipino Americans in other industries or other aspects of our Filipino American community, not just like the vendors? Because I know a lot of you experience a lot of support from the community, right? In the sense that they all come out for food, of course, right? But in terms of putting Philams on the map, like a lot of us Filipino Americans are slowly making a mark in various industries. And how should we what would we do to continue that?
I think just continue to support each other and not be embarrassed to do it, because we live in a world where if you help, people question.
It's
I
not
think we need
popular.
to break that barrier, that we have to take people their face value, that like for me, what you see is what you get, to be honest. So I think we just have to bring that back, that being supportive is cool, being kind is cool. You don't have to be sarcastic to be accepted, because that's what the world that we live in right now, unfortunately. So I think once we break that barrier and stop competing against each other and instead supporting, once we
Yes.
get there, I think we will really be successful. Just to
Yes.
think about it, Socal Pinoy has 38,000 freaking members.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's
That's a lot.
like,
Yeah.
come on, it's there.
Mm.
What do you need? It's 38,000. So if somebody needed support, and we just promote and just really believe and really, really get into that, to the sense of supporting, without any other agenda, and just support. If you need a stream, you need my help, I have 38,000 people for you. I think once we get there, anybody, any films will be successful.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
The
Social media
Bayanihan
is very
spirit.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's the
One
number
share,
one.
one share is all it takes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think because by nature, Filipinos, we want to be the best. We want to be as competitive as we can be.
Yes, we are.
But sometimes unfortunately there comes the time where, no, I have to be the best, and I can't support that person because they can't be better than me. But
Yeah.
we have to get past that.
Yeah.
But I think with this
Sorry,
group,
I'm
the
preaching,
Socal
but
group,
I know I wanted this to be light, but
no, but I think with this group, it's changing because we're
exactly.
helping each other.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Setting an
Yep.
example, I think,
Yeah.
is a good thing.
Supporting each
Yep.
other.
Yep. I
Yes.
agree.
And I think everyone can support each other in their own way, because
Exactly.
whatever you can offer is already good, as long as it's a help for someone else, and pass it on. I think we just have to start with that. Whatever you
Yep.
can do, whatever you can offer, anything helps. It's okay.
Yep. Exactly.
And what are your top 3 tips or advices for people who want to start their own businesses, or people who want to get into cooking? Anyone? Johanna?
Uh, uh, you have to be passionate on what you're doing. There should be passion so that the food that you prepare, it will just it will reflect what you're doing. So I think being passionate and patient, and you have to also listen to others. I mean, sometimes uh, you have to be humble, especially like the feedback of the customers. We listen to those and we improve the
Mm.
the food that we prepare from there, and that keeps us going.
Yep.
For me, it's the same. I agree with Ate. Be humble and don't be a snowflake. You can't be a snowflake. If you want to have a small business, you can get
Yeah.
hurt and give up.
Yeah.
You have to be tough. You have to
Yeah.
accept all of the feedbacks, negative, positive, and lastly, you have to just do it. You just have,
Mhm.
you
Yes.
just
Yes,
have
Make it
to do
exactly.
it.
happen. Yep.
Yeah. Be a
You,
doer.
Be a
yeah,
do.
you can't plan it over and over in your head.
You
It's
have to
not gonna
start.
happen unless you just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Have a lot of patience as well. Be a
Mm-hmm.
tough skin. And I think I don't know. Don't be afraid to ask. 'Cause sometimes, you know,
Yes.
it
Mhm.
holds you back.
I agree.
Mhm.
I
But then
agree.
it's on the other side of the door is just there kung ano man yung hinahanap mo.
That's me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. That's me, but he's teaching me, so
That's
Slowly.
good.
You have to,
Yeah.
you have to grow and get better.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good
Yeah.
partnership.
Yes.
Jenny, do you have anything to add?
Um, be genuine in what you do. You can't always. I mean, client feedbacks are good. It's good to use that as a tool, but do not stop that from continuing to do what you do. So if I listen
Mm-hmm.
to what everybody say,
Yeah.
it needs a little tamis or it needs a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of this, then it's not me anymore.
Yeah.
So find your crowd because not everybody is the same. So if someone says, ah, hindi ko nagustuhan, but that don't let that discourage you and
Mm-hmm.
make you think that hindi masarap yung gawa mo. But it's just that everybody's different.
Yeah.
And maybe for the customers too.
Yeah.
Maybe there's always a nicer way of putting things. I
Yeah.
learned
Yeah.
this too. I'm
Yeah.
so bad at this. I'm so judgmental, and I am not. I tell myself all the time to not say um, negative things against other businesses, whether it's a big business or it's a small one. Regardless, I have to practice myself that it's not for me. Instead of saying hindi yan masarap, it's not for me.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think and it helps. It tells. I guess it helps me think too that hopefully the people that would taste my food will say the same. So yeah.
And so do you have any new projects coming up? Any like current projects that you're doing aside from what you're already doing now? Like any new dishes coming out or anything like that?
Something.
Are you guys working on something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Look out for our
Yeah.
egg pie
Hi, coming
Yes.
out.
coming out
Everyone
soon.
is working on
R&D egg
something.
pie.
So
Thank you for the
excited.
support. Yes.
Egg pie.
That is so exciting. That is so exciting. And I know Ayesha has something. I saw something last weekend, right? Like a new thing.
Yeah, the pancit malabon. Yeah, that's still a work in progress. For me, it can still be improved, so I'm working on that. And aside from that, I just had a laing recipe passed on to me, and I'm super excited to try that. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't tried cooking it yet, but if it's really good, then I'll sell it. Yeah. So just a quick teaser.
Oh my gosh, that's
For
like so
everyone
exciting.
might have lying soon. And also for Christmas season, I'm planning to add more flavors for the bibingka. So yeah.
Nice.
And Johanna?
So I'm for lumpiang ubod. So so that's something to look forward to. So
I think we're losing her. Let me put her back on. And anything new that you're trying, Jenny?
Um, Nothing really. I'm just starting to. I will start to ship my frozen ulams out of state for my family in Arizona, the East Coast. So watch out. I will be. I actually have this. It's defrosted now, but that's one of the sample, and it's leaking. So yeah, but that's it. But we will have more charity events coming soon. So that's something to watch out for. The vendors here are all participating that cause. So that's something that we intend to do on a regular basis. Thank you. Thanks to everybody who have supported, and now we can continue it.
Thank you.
Yes, that is so true. And I know everyone's excited. We actually have a raffle. So yeah, so for everybody, hashtag food. If you want to join the raffle, hashtag food and no, actually hashtag raffle. That's the easiest way. Hashtag raffle if you want to enter the raffle. And let me show you what they are. What the raffle prices are. So we have one. So raffle price number 1 is $125 Amazon gift card. Raffle price number 2 is 2 ube bibingkas from Ayesha Connolly. And she also has a special offer. So if you order from her now, you get 5% off, and just tell her that you're watching right now. So that's up to the end of the show. So you get 5% off when you order bibingka. And we have 2 raffle prizes. It's a 3 facial masks and 1 wet wipe set from the Hi-Fi Hedgehog. And we have 6 pieces of French lumpiang ubod from Johanna of Lumpia Ladies of Los Angeles. So everybody, hashtag raffle. And this raffle is only good for Socal. So Socal residents, go ahead and hashtag raffle. Yes. So let everyone know so where we can find you. Your social media. So Johanna, let's start with Johanna.
so we're in Instagram, Ladies of Los Angeles, and our Facebook page, Ubod ng Angeles, Calgary City, represent.
And so everyone else here has an Instagram and Facebook page. Yes, and so the food items, okay, let me explain this. So the food items are for SoCal residents only because they can't be mailed or shipped. So that's the bibingka and the 6 pieces of lumpiang ubod, but everything else can be shipped within the US. So we have the Amazon gift card. We have not that one because that's a special offer that you can do right now to get 5% off. And the facial masks and wet wipe sets are shippable. Yes. Okay, and we have I'll give you 10 more seconds. And I do have one last question for our guests. Let's make it more fun. So who are your cooking heroes?
wow.
right? I mean, do you guys have any favorite chefs, favorite star chefs, celebrity chefs, or cooks that you look up to?
That's easy for me. It's my dad. My dad cooks a lot. So he is watching right now, and I know that he has our whole barangay watching. So my all of my recipes are from my dad, and a lot of times if I wanted to try something new, and you know that you just remember that taste from back home, and that's what you look for. And I would always message him and ask him for recipes, and he's more than happy to give it to me.
Oh, okay. Here, so there's a comment. Daddy is crying.
Oh.
Yes, and Raisa and Denjo, any celebrity chef heroes or cooks? They don't have to be celebrities. Like, who are your heroes when it comes to cooking?
For me, I think it's
It's her.
it's
For me.
her.
She cooks me everything, and she's actually a pretty good cook. And I always tell that to her that it's maybe her skill set, but it still takes time to.
Thank you.
Sample, sample, sample.
I know, huh? Now that we all know, right? Now that we all know that Raisa is a good cook.
Kasalanan mo to.
No, her family in the
After party daw
Philippines,
next
they cook a
caravan.
lot actually.
Yes, and so Ayesha, who are your cooking heroes?
My cooking hero? Who's that? Who's the panlasang Pinoy guy? Banjo?
Banjo!
He's my hero.
A special shout out to Banjo Merano.
He is the one.
Because I grew up eating good food. I didn't grow up cooking. I only learned how to cook when I got married. Because I love him so much and I want to feed him. and I felt like it was my responsibility. But yeah, so panlasang Pinoy. My hero.
Panlasang Pinoy.
Yes, he has a lot of videos now, like, and his production quality has gotten a lot better
I know.
in the recent years. So Johanna, who are your cooking heroes?
Cooking hero is, of course, my dad, my papa. So it's like Jenny. So every time I cook, if I want to get inspiration, or if I have some craving, and I as the way he cook it, so I call and I it and every time I cook, I always show to him the end product, and he's so happy. Before I send to the customers, I call them in the Philippines and show the food to them, especially to my dad.
Wouldn't it be cool kung pwede rin nila lasahan, from the Philippines? Instant. Yeah, so that's the end of our raffle. So we're gonna pull up the names now. Arvin, are you out there?
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Yeah, Arvin, there you go. Yeah.
Who's
There's echo. It's a cell phone. So okay, so let's start this. There you go. So the first raffle prize is $125 Amazon gift card from Miss Loida Pangaliban of Oh My Goodies. Okay, so this is raffle number 1. Let's go.
Good luck. Woo!
go, 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 go. No, no. No, no.
Congratulations, Miss Adele Ordinario. Congratulations for winning $125 Amazon gift card from Miss Noida Panganiban of Oh My Goodies. Congratulations. And so let's move on to the next raffle prize. So raffle prize number 2 is 2 ube bibingkas from Ayesha Connolly of Mrs. Connolly's. Doesn't that look good? Oh my gosh. Okay.
No.
Let's go. Let's do this.
No, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Our winner is Sam Sam. Congratulations.
Yay.
You won 2 ube bibingkas.
Congratulations.
Yay! And so we have raffle prize number 3 and number 4. So we'll have 2 rounds for this one because there will be 2 winners, and that's 3 facial masks and 1 wet wipe set from the Hi-Fi Hedgehog. And that's actually from me. I'm the owner of the Hi-Fi Hedgehog gift shop. Okay, let's do this.
Oh no, this is not gonna be good. Oh,
Number 3.
Please. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Mr. Ruben Panganiban, congratulations. You won 3 facial masks set with wet wipe set. So that's raffle prize number 3. And we're moving on to raffle prize number 4, which is the same set. So this will be our second winner for this one.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no. No, 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 no.
So our winner is Rochelle Tria. Congratulations. You just won 3 facial masks with 1 wet wipe set. And so our last raffle prize is raffle prize number 5. That's 1 6-piece fresh lumpia ubod from Johanna of Lumpia Ladies of Los Angeles. Okay, let's go.
Come on, 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 come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations, Chris Hart.
Yes.
Chris Hart, we were just talking about your Furakake snacks earlier.
Yeah.
Everyone's munching on your
Shout out
snacks.
to Furakake Snacks and Fields Kitchen.
Yeah. Congratulations. And so we're going to put all of the raffle winners with the raffle sponsors in a group chat so that we can all talk about how we're going to get the prices, whether they're pickup or delivery or shipping. Yeah, so we're going to put you in a group chat with the raffle sponsors. So congratulations, everyone. And thank you so much to our guest panelists. It's been fun this evening talking about food and cooking and eating, right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Nakalimutan
everybody.
tuloy.
Thank you. I know, I'm hungry again. And just have some reminders. So tomorrow we have R&B night. So if you guys were here back in the 90s, and if you love R&B from the 90s, we're going to go back to the 90s tomorrow with our guests. So that's we have Gail of Forte. So nung 90s kasi uso yung R&B, you know, like we had groups like Destiny's Child, SWV, Voice to Men, Belle Biv DeVoe, right? And so dito sa States, yung mga Phil-Amps, halos lahat merong R&B group. So tomorrow we're gonna have like a retro flashback to the 90s because we have Gail, who's also part of the Socal Pinoy's group. So we have Gail. She's a former member of Forte. They're actually like 4 ladies. So she's one of them. And we have Mike Trias, who's also part of JAA and Jazz, a male R&B group back in the 90s. And we have Ralph. Um, so that's tomorrow. And on Saturday, I just wanted to remind everybody that there is a pop-up at Baldwin Park, right? And trying to figure out how I'm going to show this. Oh, it's actually back there. Okay, never mind. So we have a pop-up at Baldwin Park that's actually in the city of Covina, right?
Yes.
And so that's from 1:30 to 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jenny, can you tell us more about that?
Yes. So we have a pop-up event at Baldwin Park, Covina, and I have I think 13 other vendors. A lot of them are very new to the caravan world. They're very young, very new, small entrepreneurs. So I'm so excited to bring them with me and share them and show them how much people get together and support each other. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we will be in Cerritos as well with R&D.
Yes.
They will be, I think before that they'll be in Irvine, right?
Carson as well. Yeah.
Yep.
We're everywhere.
So come out and support, guys. Support your local small businesses.
Yes, support all of us.
Yes.
And then next week, we have Pinoy servicemen and women. Since this is our Memorial Day special, so we have some of our Pinoy servicemen coming for the panel. That's on Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. And on Friday, we have Pop R&B Vibes with Honore and Eunice Janice, who's from Switzerland. So we're gonna be like all over again, like international next week. And of course, on June. So I just wanted to announce it. On June, we are going to have a concert at the Noy Pits. So that's with Garth Garcia, Marlon D, Chella, and Jules King, live on stage, on location. It's our very first live show after the pandemic. That's at the Noy Pits in Little Tokyo in downtown LA. And it's going to be from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And we'll have raffles and we'll have free ice cream macarons. So did you guys hear that? This is free ice cream macarons. So everyone's invited. It's a free show, but there is a $2 fee for each raffle ticket. So it's a fundraiser for the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Hollywood. So we're partnering up with them, and they're a community partner. So come on over on June 11. That's a Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. And seats are limited, so get there early. And so once again, thank you so much to everybody, our guest panelists, and to all of our viewers. Just wanted to say hi to our viewers. There's Adele Ordinario. Thank you so much for watching, and congratulations as well. There's Fran. I think
that's my sister.
Yes, and Michelle Tria. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Yeah, your entire family is watching. There's Chess, Sala, there's Loida Panganiban, of course, our raffle sponsor, is watching. There's Koy Argame, Yan Pero. Thank you for watching. There's Sam, there's Risel Fergiana of CL's Kitchen. Chris Sarg, Dorothy, of course. Oh my gosh, there's so many. We have a lot of viewers watching, and of course, Chris was here earlier. Chris Ivan, he's performing at the Noy Pits as well. I think it's this coming weekend, so shout out to him. And thank you to everyone who's watching. And so next time we're gonna see Chris and Jenny sing, right? No one knows that, but that's gonna be a quote unquote surprise. Yeah, so thank you so much, everybody, and good night. And we'll see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock with Mike Trias, Adrian Ralph, and Gail of Forte. Thank you so much. Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
How does one go from this to this? Or from this to this? Real people, real transformations. Amazing life-changing results are achieved every day at O Skin Med Spa. Let Miss O show you the way. Your very own before and after experience awaits. Call now for a free consultation. Visit oskinmedspa.com for more details.
What's up, guys? This is Alan Ray from Los Angeles, and I want to invite you to my special live performance on Nick Diaz Presents May 28th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be bringing you those pop R&B vibes. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much. Peace and love.
Yo, to all my folks in LA and Southern Cali, catch us live June 11 at Noy Pits in downtown LA, 8 p.m. $2 to get in. Shout out to McDiaz for putting this together. And this is also a fundraiser for the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce in Hollywood. And it's going to be a good event, sick lineup, dope hip hop. Holla.